time that I was tased for charity.
Is there a video of him getting tased for charity?
No.
Whoa, now. I mean, 2 inches. Hold on here. This next part was actually very highly requested. Since we've been watching a lot of shorts and stuff, the Fire Department Chronicles, one of the most commented things was people asking for what happened to all these people. I found the playlist for it finally. If there's something you guys would like to see in the future, be sure to leave a comment below so I know what to look for.
What's going on, everybody? Many of you have asked for an update on some of the people featured in the Real Things I've Seen series.
Please.
Here you go. And we all checked the contents of our underwear. We loaded that guy up and brought him down to the hospital where he bought himself some fancy new internal hardware.
Wait, which one was that? I don't think we actually watched that one.
But the craziest part about that entire call is he forgot everything.
Who am I?
What?
Where do I exist? And who made me?
Were said prior to cardioverting him, he forgot everything leading up to us welding the crap out of him wanting to beat the crap out of somebody there that pushed that button, and then transporting him to the hospital. In fact, halfway down to the hospital, he was asking if we could bring him back to his house because he was completely fine now.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. This dude was another person that should have met whatever afterlife entity you believe in, but instead walked away with a couple broken ribs and a bruised lung. And all because of this guy. The guy that I couldn't depict well enough.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we didn't see this one. We're looking at this. Oh no. Was he under the car? Jack slipped. Oh. This one is one of the beginning ones, so I wonder if I should just skip over this video until we watch those ones.
Have you ever wondered if I had a medical emergency on another medical emergency? Or what?
Oh no.
Hopscotch? Well, let's find out today on our mini episode of Where Are They Now?
I've never wondered. Okay, we've seen this one.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Are you having an asthma attack? Imagine running after someone trying to give them a little sedative siesta because they partook in a street pharmaceutical that put them smack dab in the middle of the upside down with Timu Vecna. Do this, stop!
Wait, was he?
Just to have your lungs say, hey.
He was the one?
No? Well, let me show you what that feels like. Well, I got to have that lovely experience, which might have been, and yet to be proven, a combination of a newly started TRT regimen, some creatine, and a touch of childhood asthma that I may have forgotten to mention to my doctor. But I have to say, as I felt my airways constricting under the childhood disease that I got rid of, I knew in that oxygen-deprived moment that I was going to die doing what I loved.
Chasing a crazy person.
An absolutely horrendous experience, and after a short ride to the hospital and a fat dose of Solumedrol, I had a much greater appreciation for every wheezy asthmatic that I met.
Oh.
Also, the patient was completely fine, and a little bit of an injection into his gluteus maximus took him from the upside down to the chill right out. What do you mean, what, bro? There's a power line on the ground, dude. You need to go around to the other side.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna jump over it.
People have a serious underappreciation of how dangerous power lines are.
I definitely did.
Bad news, or good news, depending on how you look at it, is if you make the stupid decision to just jump over or go anywhere near a down power line, you won't even know you messed up when you go from walking in the park to walking in the afterlife after 10,000 volts take a detour through every cell of your dwelling body.
Jeez. I guess it's one of those things that I never even thought about, where it's you shouldn't just jump over them. Maybe I never thought about it because it's just to me it's kind of sort of common sense.
But thankfully that gentleman made it out of there unscathed, ready to test the limits of fate and his minor brain capacity another day.
Yay!
I need you to pull this out of my head.
Not good. Have you ever felt like you were peeing, crapping, seizing, and dying all at the same time? Well, I have. And it was the time that I was tased for charity. And I'm here to tell you it is the most horrendous thing I have ever experienced. So I can't even imagine what this guy felt when he caught an electrified dart to the back of his brain case.
Is there a video of him getting tased for charity? Not that I want to watch it or anything.
name's Jason Patton. I'm a firefighter. I'm with Fire Department Chronicles and Fire Department Coffee, and I'm getting tased because I think police officers are a bunch of wussies.
No. So one of my biggest concerns about where this taser probe landed was how close it was to the base of his skull. Oh, anatomy time! At the bottom of all of your gray matter noodle bowls is something called the brain stem, and inside of that brain stem is something called the
Medulla.
Medulla
And that,
oblongata.
my friends, controls all of your breathing, blood pressure, heart rate, pretty much everything you unknowingly do to stop you from becoming 6-foot deep worm food. Good news is, though, that probe
I got
is
y'all.
clear of anything life-threatening, and after a short transport to the hospital, the dome dart was removed, and he lived to dodge death another day. Did you get an implant in my crotch? No! To give me a couple-inch advantage? And then you try to get freaky with my girl before my stitches were fully healed and have my shots and
Poor guy.
like an over microwave hot dog. Look, I'm here to tell you I have never seen the feelings of fear, disbelief, and soul-wrenching regret across somebody's face as much as they were on that guy that day. And then every other guy's face as he described the moments leading up to when his free willy suddenly split and the knee-buckling pain that came along with it. I've learned some pretty incredible things as a paramedic throughout my career. Like how people's IQ seems to drop by 50% whenever it rains. The human body can go through unbelievable stuff like being crushed by a car and still survive. And even though this guy turned out completely fine, at no point in time is a 2-inch member extension worth the trauma that guy went through.
Whoa now. I mean, 2 inches. Hold on here. I mean, 2 inches isn't worth it. That's like doubling the length is crazy.
Yeah, they're broken. But don't worry about that. Just come in here so I can show you exactly what you need to see.
Yeah.
Be the most requested where are they now follow-ups that I've ever had, and rightfully so, because I can honestly say this is the most scared I've ever felt on a call. And without further ado, here's what happened. So after gathering a couple more people, I was slowly making my way up to the room when, you know what? It'd just be easier to show you.
There you are.
There you are.
You made it.
Yeah, are you ready to go down to the hospital?
Uh-huh. But first, can you guess what I have?
Is it poop?
It's boo-boo. You want some?
1 second, sir.
What did he use to reenact this?
Okay. Wait, have you ever been covered in poop before?
No.
No? Okay, well, you're about to be.
And after all that, a very stinky tussle and a much-needed night-night medication injection, that guy was the happiest caca-chalupa that I've ever dropped off at the hospital.
He used actual poo-poo to reenact that scene, by the way.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Just kidding. Oh, this next one was hard for me to watch, I remember. It was so hard to watch because, like, just the idea of the ball just getting stuck in there. It's terrible. As a grown man pretending to be an anime girl, by the way, it hurts me too.
When my berries slipped through the crack of the chair, which hurt, so I tried
Ow!
to jump up, but my berries stay behind. Behind? Permanently.
No.
Fear and a genuine deep-seated feeling of regret would be the best way to describe this patient's demeanor after almost experiencing a full separation of his twin boulders from the rest of his body.
Oops.
Oh my God, I almost died.
And I gotta say, as a fellow family jewel-toting male, the second this guy started describing his genital pouch stretching brush with permanent castration, I wanted to close my eyes and Happy Gilmore myself out of there to my happy place. I'm flying on a giant seagull in the sky. But unfortunately, part of the gig as a paramedic is listening to things that you hope will melt away from your memory, like this guy's dreams of ever procreating. However, I'm happy to report that besides swelling to the size of a small grapefruit, this gargantuan gonads are still attached to his body and ready for another round of How Strong Are You Testing?
Who wants to be on that game show? Who wants in? prize is $10,000. How strong are your testes? Who's coming up to the podium? Who wants to find out?
Okay, so what did you do?
I put some in his rectum.
Friends come in many forms. Like a friend that'll loan you $20, or a friend that'll give you a ride without asking for gas.
The wiener
money,
guys.
Or the ultimate friend that's willing to shove frozen water bricks inside of your dingleberry cave because you took too many opioids.
You got a friend in me.
But before I go any further into the story, I want to be very clear about something. Don't put ice in people's butts.
I never considered it.
Unbelievably dangerous, but completely unnecessary when there's things like Narcan available that don't involve you icing down your friend's guano gusher.
Yummy.
The
Yummy.
medically unsupported theory that's inspiring people to do this is by stimulating the central nervous system with ice, the overdosing person will regain consciousness and magically begin breathing again on their own. Now, yes, he was awake when we got there, and no, we're not sure if it was because of the ice. But one thing I can't say for sure is that those two dudes didn't make eye contact for the entire ride to the hospital, and I will never look at ice the same way again.
I like ice though.
Seizures can